at this point now you have the perfect audience. You've spent a few hours targeting and finding out the perfect avatar for your launch for your product here. Okay, so once you have that, the next thing on the last video that you guys saw is you have to actually advertise and get started. Now, before you're able to actually advertise, you will need to have a Facebook page. And like I mentioned, I'm not going to show you guys how to do that. It's very straightforward. You just go to Facebook and you create a page, okay? Now, on top of that, there's also Facebook groups. So Facebook page and Facebook groups are two separate things. Facebook page is a great way to number one, advertise your page. Advertise your product. That's number one. You can also advertise your group through the page. You're able to add people from the page. They'll be able to see your Facebook group, and they can just grow it like that. Okay, so the whole point to having a Facebook group is pretty much where you're going to be building your brand, and sharing tips, hacks, news, whatever. It's a community of people who like your products and they want to be a part of it. So they join your Facebook group. A Facebook page is pretty much just showing, it could be a company that you're broadcasting. You don't really post any tips or anything. It's just showing that you're the authority in that niche market, and so on and so forth. Okay, so in regards to it, all you really need to know, because it gets confusing in regards to pages and groups, is you need a Facebook page to advertise, and then you should create a Facebook group so that you have members in your group, so that you can communicate in between with them and share content and grow that base even bigger, so that people can actually start inviting more friends into the group. So now if you have a new product launch or whatever the case may be, you can now communicate with your audience. Okay, so that's all you guys really need to know. The rest, in regards to the pros and cons, it really doesn't matter. This video is going to show you how you guys can grow your Facebook group really, really fast, super cheap, and also some cool little hacks here, okay? So the first thing that you want to do is, once you create your Facebook group, before you do anything, before you start ads and inviting people and so on and so forth, is you want to have at least 10 or more posts that are valuable content or tips in regards to what you're promoting. Okay, so let's just say that we're going to use the example again for the hair extension on the hair page. So before I would start a group, I would create the group and I would talk about different things about hair extensions, where hair extensions are made, how you know if you're buying a good hair extension, the average price of a hair extension, how to input hair extensions, how to protect and have your hair extensions stay longer, how to take care of them, how to take them out, like all those information that your future audience would be interested in. I would create a bunch of posts. Okay, so once you have 10 or more engaging, valuable posts, now you're ready to get started. So the next step is, a quick and fastest way is to invite your friends and family. So you would just go to Amazon or to Facebook, and you would just invite your friends and family. So I'm going to show you guys an example. This is the Amazon Freedom Hackers group here that you guys are most likely a part of. All I would do is just add members. So I can type in my friend's name right here. I can just click. I can type it. So let's just say right here I can type and click. I can add friends, you'll see your suggested members here, and I can just click add member, and just add them. Okay, so once you guys do that, they're automatically going to be added. So just make sure that you're only adding people who are going to be interested, because you don't want to have a bunch of people join and a bunch of people leave and report the group. That's the last thing you want. Okay, so invite your friends and family. That's step number 2. Step number 3 is you're going to find other groups of related niches to join, and you're going to become an active member in that group. Okay, so for hair extensions, I would just go and find different groups that talk about hair extensions, that talk about the different services where people have reviews and so on and so forth, where they have questions about hair extensions and whatever the case may be. I'll join that Facebook group and I'll start answering questions. I'll start being the figure of authority, showing that I know exactly what I'm talking about. I know everything. If you're doing golf or fishing, whatever the case may be, you got to show that you know what you're talking about. You give people feedback, you help them out, you answer questions, you do research for them, you spend a bit of time building rapport, and then when the time is right, you then contact those people on a one-to-one basis and you invite them to your group. Okay, so that is a really, really good way to build it super quick. That's super cheap, guys. You will spend some time, obviously, building rapport with them, and talking to them, but it's a quick way to get people that are engaged to move over to your page, so now they can become engaged on your page, okay? Now, a tip to remember, the only way that you guys can actually add a member to your Facebook group is you must be friends with them, or you have to get their email address, okay? So right here, if I'm not friends with someone, I can't actually add them into my group. The only way is if someone else that's friends with them adds them to the group or invites them, or if I have their email address, and it's going to be their actual email address, not the Facebook email. You need to put their real email, and then you would just send it to them, and then they'll get a notification saying that, hey, Steven invites you to like this page, would you like to join the group, and so on and so forth, okay? So it's very important to understand that. So what you guys can do also is the next thing is, and this is the quickest way, is you hire a virtual assistant to create 10 or more Facebook profiles. And what they're going to do with these profiles is they're now going to go join groups in the similar niche market, in the similar categories that you're selling your product, okay? So they're going to go, let's just say we're doing hair extension, or let's just say we're doing golf. So they go and find a bunch of pages where there's people who like golf, and then their main purpose is just to to become friends with as many people as they can that are related to that niche market. Once they get, a bunch of people, the next thing is now they're going to be able to add them into your Facebook group. So you can actually give them access to become an admin, or they can simply invite all these people. And it's a very powerful way, because if you have, 10 different profiles, adding friends, you could definitely be adding, you could definitely become friends in a short period of time. With my virtual assistant on one of the groups that I did on a different group that I did for one of my students, we were able to build a group up to 6,000 members in less than 2 months by using this method. And we joined about 25 different groups. And all we did with the groups is, like I said, add as many friends as possible. Once you become friends with all the people, you know that they're related to that niche market, you would then invite them to the actual Facebook group. And it's the quickest way, guys, to build your Facebook groups, okay? So now, pretty much like I said, now you have an active group of members who are not only active, but willing to actually engage with the content, give feedback, talk, and give you guys, and help you guys grow your Facebook group, okay? So that's the number one tip in regards to building. Now, in regards to that, there's 2 other things that you guys can do in regards to hacking the system to make it quicker. So hack number 1, guys, is you can pay someone to actually scrape your Facebook groups that are in similar niches and collect the emails, okay? So they have programs that do this within seconds, and then all you really do once you have that email list is you simply send them an email to invite to join your group, and that's it, guys. So here is an example of how this goes down. So this is a company I've used in the past. You can find them on Fiverr, and their data system is right here. This is also their website, guys. Quick email